Men over 50, listen up. I'm about to tell you something that could change your life. Not in a hypey, too good to be true way, but in a real biological science-backed way. Because if you're here, chances are you've noticed things slowing down in the bedroom. Maybe your confidence isn't what it used to be. Maybe you've had moments of doubt. Maybe you've even thought, is this just part of aging? Well, yes and no. Yes, it's common. But no, it's not irreversible. And today, I'm going to tell you about one natural, easy, affordable food that can help you take back control of your erections, your energy, and your confidence. I'm not talking about a drug. I'm not talking about an expensive supplement. I'm talking about a nut. That's right, a single nut that's been proven to improve blood flow, increase sexual stamina, and support male health in multiple ways. So grab a seat, because what I'm going to share with you isn't just based on old wives' tales or TikTok trends. It's backed by real science. See, when men hit their 40s and 50s, testosterone starts to dip. That's natural. But what most people don't realize is that it's not just hormones, it's blood flow. Erections are a vascular event. That means it all comes down to circulation. When your arteries are clogged, stiff, or inflamed, blood can't flow properly, and that affects your performance down there. Add stress, poor sleep, bad diet, and sedentary lifestyle, and it's a recipe for weak erections, low libido, and a frustrated partner. The pharmaceutical industry has made billions selling blue pills. And while those can help temporarily, they don't fix the root issue. They don't rebuild blood vessels. They don't increase nitric oxide. They don't nourish your body from within. Food does. And that brings me to the star of this video. Pistachios. You heard me. Pistachios. These little green nuts are a powerhouse of sexual health support, especially for men over. They're rich in l-arginine, which is a precursor to nitric oxide, the molecule your body needs to dilate blood vessels and get a strong, sustainable erection. In fact, there's a fascinating study out of Turkey where a group of men with erectile dysfunction were asked to eat a handful of pistachios every day for 3 weeks. The results? Significant improvement in erection strength, frequency, and overall satisfaction. No drugs. No side effects. Just nuts. Pistachios also contain healthy fats that support hormone production. They're high in vitamin E, which fights inflammation and protects your arteries. They're rich in antioxidants that improve overall vascular health. And let me tell you, your penis is a vascular organ. Whatever improves your blood vessels will improve your sexual performance. Period. But let's zoom out for a second. Why is this nut so effective? Because it addresses the actual reasons erections fade with age. Poor circulation, low nitric oxide, inflammation, and oxidative stress. Pistachios hit all four. And the best part, you don't need a prescription. You don't need to sneak them from the pharmacy. You can find them at your local grocery store. Just make sure they're unsalted and preferably dry roasted. A handful a day, about 50 grams, is all it takes. Now you might be thinking, can one nut really make that much difference? Look, it's not magic. You won't turn into a 20-year-old overnight. But if you combine this daily habit with other smart choices, like walking 30 minutes a day, cutting back on sugar, sleeping well, and managing stress, then yes, you can absolutely experience a transformation in your sexual health. And this isn't just about sex. It's about confidence. It's about vitality. It's about feeling like a man again. You don't have to accept low libido, weak erections, or embarrassment as your new normal. You just need to give your body the tools to heal. Think about it. When was the last time you felt excited to initiate intimacy without worrying whether you'd perform? When was the last time you woke up with a strong morning erection and thought, damn, I feel good? That can come back. And it starts with what you put in your mouth. One nut once a day. Not a supplement. Not a scam. Just nature doing what it does best. Healing from the inside out. Now, let me talk to you man to man, because this isn't about selling some fantasy or telling you that one nut is going to turn you into a superhero overnight. This is about understanding how your body works and using that knowledge to make small but powerful changes. Pistachios aren't just delicious little snacks. They are dense with nutrients that your body needs more than ever after age 50. And here's the thing most men don't realize. Once your testosterone levels start to decline, your risk for things like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and erectile dysfunction skyrockets. It's all connected. And what do all those conditions have in common? Blood flow. Your blood vessels get stiff, your arteries get narrow, and that restricts the circulation needed for a strong erection. Think of it like this. Your penis is the check engine light for your cardiovascular system. If it's not working properly, it's usually the first sign that something deeper is going wrong inside your body. So when we talk about pistachios helping with erection power, what we're really saying is that they help your cardiovascular system work more efficiently. That's the real secret. L-arginine, which pistachios have in great amounts, is converted into nitric oxide in your body, and nitric oxide is the chemical messenger that tells your blood vessels to relax, open up, and allow more blood to flow. More blood means stronger, longer-lasting erection. And the beauty of doing this naturally is that your body isn't being forced into action like it is with prescription pills. Instead, you're feeding your system the raw materials it needs to function the way it's supposed to. No crashes, no headaches, no scary side effects, just your body doing what it was made to do. Now, in that Turkish study I mentioned earlier, they didn't just find improved erections. They found that men reported a higher sense of satisfaction with their sex life overall. That means confidence came back. That means they weren't avoiding intimacy out of fear or shame. And if you're someone who's been in that place where you want to connect, but you're not sure your body will cooperate, then you know how painful that hesitation can be. You start avoiding situations. You stop initiating, your relationship can suffer, or your self-esteem takes a hit. But imagine the difference it could make to feel that urge return, to feel capable and excited again. That's what's on the table here. And you don't need a miracle. You just need to be consistent. 1 handful of pistachios every day. Eat them raw, roasted, or mix them into your meals. Add them to oatmeal, yogurt, salads, or just snack on them while watching TV. It's a habit, so simple that it almost feels too easy. But the results speak for themselves. And don't forget, this isn't just about sex. Pistachios also help lower LDL cholesterol, support better blood sugar control, and reduce inflammation. That means a healthier heart, more stable energy, and less belly fat. That means better sleep, sharper focus, and a longer, more vibrant life. So when you think about that 1 nut a day, don't just see it as a tool for the bedroom. See it as a tool for reclaiming your health, your vitality, and your masculinity. And yes, I know, it can feel awkward to talk about this stuff. Most men don't want to admit they're struggling with performance issues. But let me tell you something, more than 50% of men over 50 deal with some form of erectile dysfunction. You're not alone, you're not broken. You're just human. And there is a way forward. That's why I'm here talking to you like this. Not to embarrass you, not to shame you, but to empower you with the knowledge that your body is still capable of incredible things. You just have to fuel it the right way. And listen, if pistachios aren't your thing, there are other great nuts too, walnuts, which are high in omega-3s, and Brazil nuts, which are packed with selenium. But if we're talking about the one nut that checks all the boxes, nitric oxide, testosterone support, heart health, antioxidants, pistachios win. It's the all-in-one package. And what's better is that they're easy to find, relatively affordable, and you don't need a fancy plan to get started. Just buy a bag and start eating a handful a day. Do that consistently, and in a few weeks, you might notice you wake up with more frequent morning wood. You might feel a little more confident when things heat up in the bedroom. You might last longer. You might just feel like the man you used to be. Or even better, but don't stop there. This is your opportunity to build momentum. Once you're in the habit of fueling your body better, it becomes easier to make other positive changes. Maybe you start drinking more water. Maybe you cut back on alcohol. Maybe you finally take that walk after dinner or do those simple body weight exercises at home. All of that adds up. And when you combine pistachios with good sleep, sunlight, strength training, and smart stress management, your body starts to reward you. Your testosterone begins to stabilize. Your muscles feel stronger. Your mood improves. And yes, your erections become more dependable, more spontaneous, and more enjoyable. That's the goal here. Not just surviving, but thriving. Being able to show up fully in your relationships, in your daily life, in your body, and you don't need permission from anyone. You just need a decision from yourself that you're not going to settle anymore, not for low energy, not for low drive, not for limp results. You deserve better. And it starts with simple steps. So yes, one nut, one step, every day. Over time, that builds into something powerful. You might be wondering, how fast can you expect to see results? And the honest answer is, it depends. For some men, the benefits show up in just a couple of weeks. Morning erections become more regular. The drive and desire come back. For others, it may take a month or more. Because remember, this is not a drug. It's nutrition. It's healing. And healing takes consistency. It's not about flipping a switch. It's about building a foundation. And when you build that foundation right, you don't have to rely on quick fixes anymore. You become the kind of man who doesn't panic when it's time to perform. You trust your body. You know your system is strong. And that kind of inner confidence shows. Your partner feels it. You carry yourself differently. You stop avoiding intimacy. You start initiating it. And not out of pressure, but out of genuine desire. That's the transformation. And pistachios, as small as they are one powerful piece of that puzzle. But I want to be real with you. If you're still eating a diet full of fried foods, sugar, alcohol, and processed junk, pistachios alone aren't going to be your miracle. You've got to clean up the system. You've got to give your body a fighting chance. So if you're serious, start making small changes. Drink more water, eat more greens, walk every day, sleep at least 7 hours. Get sunlight in the morning. All of these support testosterone and blood flow. All of these amplify the effects of foods like pistachio. And once you get momentum, it becomes addictive in a good way. You start looking forward to feeling better. You stop fearing the bedroom. You stop telling yourself those days are over. Because they're not. Not unless you choose to give up. And I don't think you're that kind of man. I think you're here because something inside you still wants to fight, still wants to rise, still wants to reclaim what's yours. And I'm telling you it's possible. You just need to feed your body, move it, rest it, and believe in it again. Your body is capable of regenerating. Your blood vessels can become more flexible. Your hormone levels can balance. Your nerve sensitivity can return. But it won't happen with shortcuts. It'll happen with habits. And that's why I keep coming back to this one nut. Not because it's magic, but because it's simple. It's consistent. It's a signal to yourself that you're taking your health seriously. Every time you eat that handful, you're choosing to invest in your vitality. You're choosing to be proactive instead of reactive. That's leadership. That's ownership. And that's attractive, not just to your partner, but to you. Because when you feel in control of your body again, everything else starts to shift. You get bolder at work. You feel more alive during the day. You stop numbing yourself with distractions. You become present, and that presence is magnetic. That's what real masculinity is. Not faking it, not forcing it, but owning it, rebuilding it from the inside out. Starting with blood flow, with energy, with movement. Starting with the small things that lead to big wins. And the best part, you don't need to tell anyone. You don't need to explain to your friends why you suddenly have more energy, why your posture is better, why you're smiling more. They'll notice, they'll feel the shift. And maybe one day they'll ask, what changed? And you'll just smile and say, I started doing the little things right, because it really is that simple. And if you think pistachios are just about erections, think again. They support heart health, brain function, even eye health. They stabilize blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and help you stay full longer, so they can even help with weight loss. You're getting all of that for the price of a bag of nuts. So that's the definition of high return, low effort. And I don't care how old you are, if you're still breathing, you can still improve. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s turn things around. I've seen them go from embarrassed and withdrawn to proud and passionate again. And it all starts with one choice. You can keep ignoring the signs, hoping things will magically fix themselves, or you can step up and take control. One nut once a day. That's your anchor. Let that be your ritual. And every time you eat it, remind yourself, you're building something. You're not the man who gives up, you're the man who gets better. And just imagine the look on your partner's face the next time you go all in with confidence, energy, and control. Imagine that feeling of knowing you didn't rely on a pill, that you earned that moment by showing up for yourself day after day. That's a deeper kind of pride. That's not just pleasure, it's power. And if you're single, this affects you too, because confidence shows. When your testosterone is up, your posture improves, your voice deepens, your presence sharpens. Women pick up on that. They may not know why, but they feel it. And you feel it too. Your motivation increases, your discipline gets stronger. You stop procrastinating. You show up differently. Because everything is connected. Sexual health is health. It's not just about one part of your body, it's about the whole system working in sync. And pistachios help bring that system back into balance. Naturally, gently, powerfully, so if you're still on the fence, just try it. What do you have to lose? Replace one of your unhealthy snacks with a handful of pistachios. Try it for 30 days. Track your energy, your drive, your confidence, your performance. You might be shocked. You might wish you started sooner. And you'll definitely wonder why no one ever told you this in your 40s. But it's not too late. Your next chapter can be your strongest yet. So now you know, you've got the truth. You've got the science. You've got the simple strategy. One nut, one habit, one daily reminder that your health, your masculinity, your confidence is in your hands. Not the doctors, not the pharmacies, yours. And don't let the simplicity fool you. That's the trap most people fall into. They think if something's not complicated or expensive, it can't possibly work. But that's the beauty of nature. It gives us solutions that don't come with fine print, side effects, or warning labels. It gives us pistachios, simple, whole, natural, and powerful. Now it's up to you, because knowing something doesn't change anything. Doing something does. It doesn't matter how many videos you watch, how many articles you read, or how many ideas you store in your brain. If you don't take action, nothing changes. So today I want you to do one thing. Go get that bag of pistachios. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today, make it easy. Keep it visible. Put it somewhere you'll see it every day. And every time you eat that handful, I want you to remember what you're doing. You're investing. You're rebuilding. You're refusing to let age define you. You're refusing to be one of the millions of men who give up and accept weakness as normal. That's not you. You're the kind of man who makes moves. Quietly, consistently, powerfully, and when those results start to show up, you'll know, not just in the bedroom, but in your energy, in your focus, in your mindset. You'll wake up feeling a little more alive. You'll look in the mirror and see someone who decided to level up instead of checking out. That's the real win. Erections are just the beginning. What you're really getting back is your edge, and don't underestimate how much your partner notices. When you're confident, when you initiate, when you don't second-guess yourself, the entire energy of your relationship shifts. They feel it, they respond to it, intimacy deepens, passion returns. And it doesn't feel forced, it feels natural, because your body is supporting you instead of holding you back. And if you're single, let me tell you, nothing is more attractive than a man who takes care of himself. Not just his looks, but his energy, his presence, his discipline. That's what this is really about. So yeah, it starts with pistachios, but it doesn't end there. It becomes a gateway to better habits, to stronger routines, to more respect for your own body. You stop seeing food as just fuel and start seeing it as power. You stop avoiding your health and start owning it. You stop waiting for something to change and become the one who changes it. That's leadership. That's manhood. And if no one has told you this before, let me be the first. There is still so much life left in you. So much power. So much strength. You just have to stop numbing it. Stop burying it under stress, sugar and screens. Reconnect. Recharge. Reignite. One nut a day may sound too simple, but when it's the right nut, when it's backed by science, and when it's part of a smarter lifestyle, it can lead to serious change. And you don't have to shout about it. You don't have to post before and after photos. Just show up. Let the results speak for themselves. Let your body thank you. Let your partner thank you. Let your confidence return without apology. This is not about ego. It's about energy. The energy that makes you feel alive again. The energy that lets you perform, lead, and enjoy your life without fear or frustration. So here's what I want from you. Make a commitment right now, not a someday commitment, a today commitment. 1 month, 30 days, a handful of pistachios every single day, no excuses. Pair it with a short daily walk, drink more water, prioritize sleep. Skip the junk. And if you really want to go all in, cut down on alcohol and cigarettes too. Those are killing your blood flow faster than you realize. Replace them with movement, sunlight, and clean food. You'll feel the shift. You'll see the shift. And I promise you this, if you show up every day, even with small actions, you will feel like a different man by the end of the month. This is the start of something. Don't let it be just another thing you heard and forgot. Let it be the moment everything turned around. For your body, for your confidence, for your performance, for your life. 1 nut every day. That's the mission. Now go make it happen. You've got this.